I'm recording this just before I begin the episode. I am extremely nervous, extremely nervous, extremely excited. We've been having a Twitter party this whole morning and day. So if you want to join us, come on Twitter and like see all the tweets about Harlots and Harlots on Hulu and all that. You can check out the hashtags. Also, I just really wanted to say we still don't have a confirmation for season 3. So this is a really good time. This is basically our last sort of big chance for all the fans to be heard collectively that we do want a season 3 of Harlots. So if you do want a third season, please go on Twitter right now. Or if you don't have Twitter, go on your, I don't know, sisters or your husbands or your friends' Twitter or ask them to go and just write a little tweet to Hulu directly saying, please renew Harlots for a third season. We love it so much. Us fans who are on Twitter and on social media in general, on Instagram, on Tumblr, we're all kind of getting together and sending like a collective group of tweets requesting a third season for Harlots. I think this is a really good, effective way of getting noticed and getting heard as a fan base and supporting the show. So don't discount it, okay? Like if you can, please just go on Twitter very quickly right now and just send a message to Hulu and say how much you love the show and how much it means to you and how much you really would like to have another season. I think because it's the finale, a lot of people will be active on Twitter, and I think we have a good chance to leave an impression, which might sway them to actually renew. You never know. I mean, it has happened for other shows before. Like the two shows that come to mind are Winona Earp and Orphan Black. Both of these shows took off and continued on for successful multiple seasons because of the fans who kind of launched it off the ground when it was still quite new and largely unknown. Without that support, those two shows may not have gone on to have multiple seasons. So every little bit matters. So yeah, I can't highlight it enough that it all counts. So yeah, if you're a fan, just do this little thing and yeah, hopefully we'll get a third season. Okay, so this is my face before watching the finale, okay? I am about to start watching it. I just thought I'd put this in the review because I thought it would be funny to cut from this to whatever will happen after I see it, because I literally have no idea what to expect and I'm so nervous. But I'm also really excited because I know they're going to blow our minds, whatever happens. With Margaret, I am hopeful that they will intercept her journey to the ship. So before she gets on the ship, I'm hopeful that somebody's going to find her and kind of rescue her and bring her back somehow. Otherwise, oh my god, I don't know what's going to happen if she gets on that ship and is shipped off to the New World. I don't know. We probably won't see her for a while, if at all. I think we probably will see her at some point, but probably not for a while. And I'm really nervous about Lady Isabella. I have a feeling that something's gonna happen to her. They're gonna try and stick her in that mental asylum. And I don't know whether they're going to do that as a cliffhanger at the end of the episode or whether they're going to do that beforehand and then Charlotte's gonna go rescue her. That's what I'm hoping for. So we can like forget that whole mental asylum thing completely afterwards, but it's very possible that it might happen at the end of the episode. And are they going to sink the ship, Lady Harlot? I don't know. Are they going to make it like take off? Is Charlotte's friendship has many faces going to evolve into love has many faces or something else? I don't know. But yeah, I'm all kinds of nervous, and okay, I'm just gonna shut up now and get started on the show. Good luck to all of us. Okay, so I've just finished the finale of season 2, and oh my god. Things certainly went a way I didn't expect, and in some ways it went better. And then in others, I'm still processing. So we didn't get to see Margaret again. For all we know, she would have gone to America. So that's rough. That's a shame. hopefully she will come back. We did get a confirmation that Nancy is in love with Margaret. That was like the one thing that I really loved in this episode. And I think we did get confirmation that Charlotte is bisexual after all, because she did say something like, I don't have a heart in me for any man or woman, or something along those lines. It kind of implies, right, that could be a man or a woman. So Lucy was pissed when she found out about everything. I loved seeing her angry. That was really cathartic in a way, because yeah, can you imagine an entire season of being played for a fool and then you find out and oh, you're pissed? Yeah, I enjoyed seeing her pissed. It was good as well what she said to Lord Fallon, that she wouldn't tarnish her soul with somebody like him, especially when her mother gave up her life to save her. So he deserved that. I'm disappointed that he ended up dying like that. I knew there was going to be a death in this episode. But I'm disappointed that it ended up being him and that, you know, they just kind of let him kill himself. I thought that they would turn on him and that he would get desperate and try to flee or something. I don't know what I was expecting with that. I knew they were going to turn on him in some way. But I don't know, I thought he might like try and run away, go to Greece or something, and they're going to catch him and then kill him to stop him from blabbing. I thought it would be more something along those lines. But yeah, they told him, okay, kill yourself. Well, I suppose like he knew if he didn't, they probably would do it themselves. So the women are far from catching the entire group of the Spartans. So there is still plenty of story to tell. But I'm now going to address the thing that has me absolutely upset. And that is the whole Lady Fitz thing. And it upsets me on more than one level. Okay, I really loved her and Charlotte together. I loved them working as friends. I loved them being allies. I loved them being on the same team. And I loved them as lovers. And so everything that happened in this last episode and what Lady Fitz did, I hated. They built this entire season of how women kind of have realized that if they back one another up, they can get a whole lot more done and they can be a whole lot more effective. In season 1, the women turned against each other quite frequently, and that was the one thing that I didn't like about season 1. So when this season started, I really loved that the group, the leading ladies, tried to actually work together, and I thought that was really powerful. And so with like Charlotte and Isabella, the romance aside, I really enjoyed their allyship. Even though they come from different classes, you know, Isabella's an aristocrat, Charlotte comes from the working class. I thought it was a really powerful statement that no matter where they come from, because they're women, they have limitations in society, and so they helped each other. And it was set up in such a beautiful way, their allyship. And so this sort of ending was a letdown to me, because all of it was almost like undone. Lady Fitz betrayed her. I mean, she did say in the end to Harcourt, when he agreed to her terms, that he will promise that he won't harm Charlotte, so that's good. So we know that she does care about her still, but it's the betrayal, I hate it. I really, really do. I hate it so much. And also the fact that he agreed so quickly, like he let go of her pretty quickly. I'm not buying it. Like, he was so obsessed with her, and he was so obsessed with manipulating and controlling her, and that he would just let her go so quickly. So either there is more to come. If there's a season 3, there's more to come and we see more of that. Otherwise, if they wrapped up Isabella's story like this, I hate it so much. I really do. And I wanted to see more. I wanted to see them kind of work together. I really thought that she would have known about the Spartans as well and was waiting to come out with this truth. Maybe she still does. Maybe she lied to Charlotte's face and said that she didn't know about it. Maybe she did know about it, because I still keep going back to that first episode when she told her, if I spoke my truth, the sea would bubble, the sky would turn red, and all of London would tumble into dust. it cannot possibly be over Sophia, over her having a bastard child with her brother. Because no, like, it would ruin her, but it wouldn't ruin London. There's gotta be more to it, right? So, I don't know, like, something doesn't quite gel. Something is amiss here, and it feels off, and it's bugging me. And I need it resolved. So, here's what I'm gonna say. Overall, I love the show so much. I love the characters passionately. I have not seen characters so complex and amazing and real in a long time, and the relationships equally as complex and real and layered and good and bad and like everything in between. The relationships between mother and daughters, the relationship between sisters, between friends, rivals, enemies, friends. I've said friends again. I love all of it. So I do believe in the show, and I do very much want to see it for season 3. But if it does come back for season 3, I absolutely need this to be fixed. This part of like the betrayal, it's so wrong. I don't know, it feels really off to me, and it really does feel like all of the good stuff that they've built up in this season has kind of come undone. Yeah, that's my sort of issue with this. Yeah, I don't know, I still keep thinking like it would have been better if somehow Harcourt did manage to stick Isabella in Bedlam, and then Charlotte went to free her. So regardless of whether they end up being lovers, I mean together in some way or not, like romantically, just putting that aside completely, I still think that would have been more powerful of a message of like, you know, women sort of supporting each other and friends supporting each other and all of that, because this, like, and her also, like, her standing up for Harcourt, I'm gonna choose to believe that she did it just to kind of spite him and that she's not actually that, because I really hated that. Like, I know he's her brother and she wants to protect him, but he's a disgusting pig who raped her. Surely she's not that stuck up. Oh, I hate that so much. I know she did it to save herself and save her daughter, and when you have a child, like, you do whatever it takes to ensure their safety, right? So I understand that, but I guess, you know, she wasn't used to having a friend and an ally that she could trust, so she just relied on herself and did whatever she could to ensure Sophia's safety and well-being and all that. So yeah, if we do get a 3rd season, I really sincerely hope they change this up a bit, and I really hope that she kind of comes to her senses and can make it up to Charlotte, because this was a shitty thing to do. But going back to the romance part, now this part, I feel like so many fans have flocked to this show because of the queer representation and the queer relationships. It was such a pleasant, unexpected surprise to see all of that in this season. To see, first of all, Amelia and Violet, then to have Nancy come out and confess her feelings for Margaret, and the way she kissed Margaret and the way Margaret kind of responded, it seemed to me that Margaret wasn't all that surprised, so maybe she knew, maybe there was something there, you know, it wasn't, it just seems so natural, right? Like their kiss and all of that, so it does make me wonder whether they did have an actual history. And then Charlotte and Isabella, and obviously that sort of romantic storyline, it was just so out of this world romantic and beautiful. It really sort of, I guess, affected fans, and fans started flocking to watch this show, I think mostly because of them. So to have this happen in the finale and leave it so kind of flat in that sense, oh, that's, I don't know, I'm so sad. I'm really sad, and I think it's such a shame that it would happen like this, because we all knew that it was never going to be a happily ever after thing, because it's not that kind of show, and the characters are not those kinds of people. I mean, Isabella's an aristocrat, Charlotte is a Harlot. But something, like something more encouraging, something a bit more optimistic, something with a bit more of like an open possibility of like a happy-ish ending. That's really what I thought we could hope for. I genuinely believe that we could have hoped for that. And I had praised this show so much because it did queer relationships really well in that sense. Again, honestly, the only thing I can say is like in season 3, I guess they will have a chance to make it up. Because there is obviously still plenty of story to be told. If this story were to continue on tomorrow, I would be at peace because angst is not a bad thing, right? Angst is not a bad thing. It gives more story to tell. It makes the reward of the ending all that much sweeter, I guess. It's just that this is the finale and now we have to wait a year. And yeah, it's just... So I'm really hopeful that if we do get another season that they'll get another shot and that somehow Isabella can make it up to Charlotte on multiple levels. Because this broke my heart. And yeah, now like I have to wait a year and I'm feeling really flat about it. Same with Amelia and Violet. I feel really bad for Amelia. Like she's just not in a good place. Although she is clearer with herself, who she is and what she wants and what she likes. And I suppose Violet as well, you know, as she was standing there at the door and looking out, she saw her own freedom. And she's an independent spirit. And so in that sense, that's good. Like for her character, that's good. But I'd hoped that they also could work it out somehow, that love would carry more hope in this finale, at this end. Oh my god. And Lydia being in Bedlam, like, okay, it's kind of good because, I mean, how much longer could we have gone with her being at the helm of power and all of that? Like, I guess we needed kind of like a change. So her being in Bedlam sets things up for the future in a different way. So I guess now it'll be Charlotte as the head of her own boarding house. Charlotte as the head with Nancy as her wing woman, and she's got her little sister and all the girls. I guess it's them versus the Spartans, and there is plenty of story to tell there. But we also have to remember that Chief Lord Justice is involved in... Is he involved in the Spartans? I can't remember. I know, well, he was sleeping with Lydia, so there's that. He's corrupt, but I can't remember if he's involved with the Spartans. But either way, like, there's still plenty of story to tell, and I would really, really love to see it. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I still deeply believe in the show, and I really love the characters, and I love the writing. The writers are so talented. Like, you can just tell. They've given us some amazing, amazing storylines, and the song from episode 7 and just moments between the characters, it is really one of the most beautiful TV shows I've seen in a long time. And I do believe in it. Let's hope we get season 3. And I just want to say, I don't know if the writers are ever going to see this. I don't expect they will. But just in case, you never know. I want to say, like, the queer fans especially, you know, we're so used to being let down, you wouldn't believe. So I'm just saying there's so much potential in these storylines to be told, especially the queer ones, and it's up to them what they decide to do, but it would just be a shame to let some of these relationships go completely. I really hope that we get a whole lot of making up in season 3. That's what I'm saying. And obviously the women tackle down the Spartans and that justice prevails. And with that, I do want to also remind you to please take a moment once again to go on Twitter and tweet at Hulu and say, we want another season of this amazing show, and then tell them why. And if you're a queer fan who came to this show for whatever reasons, then say that too. Because our stories matter too, and things are a bit better in terms of LGBT representation, but nowhere near good enough to be considered equal to what's out there for general audiences. And a lot of the times, like, I feel like people now are kind of shifting away from the bury your gays trope, but there is still a lot of heartbreak and disappointment and token couples and baiting and all of that stuff. There's still plenty of that on TV, so we are desperate for some solid, proper love stories and queer characters and complex relationships, and ideally some happy-ish endings. Yeah, we are desperate for that, so just putting it out there.